This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
This one will be a blast from the past. Courtney Walsh, Devon Malcolm, Philo Wallace, Gordon Greenidge, they are all set to suit up, put on their gears, and go out in the middle once again. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So in this one, I have a couple of stories that I want to share with you all. So we see where a couple of former West Indies superstars will be taking the field over there in the UK as they are set to take part in a game that will be celebrating some Windrush generation. So gonna give you some information on that. Plus we're also gonna be taking a look at Darren Sammy, who is now under, I don't want to say under fire, but is being questioned on his decision to reach out to franchise boys, quote unquote franchise boys, people like Russell, Narayan, and Het Maya. So we're going to talk about all of them things, my peeps. Just give a listening ear until the end and make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so let us kick things off talking about the former West Indies players that will be in action. So I am taking this one from a website over there in the UK that is called MK Citizens. That is what it's called, the MK Citizens. So the headline says, star-studded cricket match to be held in Milton Keynes to celebrate special anniversary. So they say stars of the West Indies and international cricket will take to the field. So I'm going to read through this article for you all so you can get some information. So it says international cricket stars are to take part in a special match in the MK, that's the Milton Keynes, to mark the 75th anniversary of Windrush. They say the match is organized by the city's Friends of the Caribbean charity and will be held on the 25th of June at 10 a.m. at Milton Keynes Village Cricket Pavilion. They say it will also be a family fun day with music, entertainment, Caribbean food, and all sorts of activities. Now, Courtney Walsh will be the man. So they say leading the star-studded team of international cricketers will be West Indies celebrated fast bowler Courtney Walsh. They say joining him will be cricket legends including Sir Gordon Greenidge, Devon Malcolm, Philo Wallace, Winston Davis, Charles Lewis, and Steve Stevenson. So these guys will come together to take the field to help to celebrate, the 75th anniversary of the Windrush. So they say testing their hold on. So a spokesman said, and I quote, "The game offers a unique opportunity to witness good, wholesome cricket as we nurture the rising stars and pay homage to the heroes of the game and our Caribbean community." He went on to say, throughout the day, we will commemorate the enduring spirit of the Windrush generation as we celebrate the triumphs and come together as a community to honor our cultural heritage, end quote. So there you have it, my peeps. If you are in that area in the UK, they are saying admission for the event is only £5, right? So only £5. And for adults, children under 12, that is free. So for the people from the Caribbean that are in that part of the world, that's a good opportunity to go and spend some time with some Caribbean people and also see some former greats out there playing some cricket. So there you have it. That is it for that story. So let me go down into the next story now, my viewers and subscribers. And this one, they're basically talking about Darren Sammy wanting to bring back Narayan and Russell. I am taking this one from the newspaper called The Newsday. And I think this article was written by renowned cricket analyst Brian Davis. It's a little bit lengthy, so I'm gonna go through it. So just bear with me. So it starts by saying, does Darren Sammy not know that the cricketers with whom he has had in-depth conversation had turned their back on West Indies cricket for a better payday? It says, does Sammy believe that these cricketers would suddenly make an about turn and prefer to play for their country again because of the change of heart? They say the cricketers are Shimron Hetmyer, Evan Lewis, Sunil Narayan, and Andre Russell. They say this event could only happen for two reasons. Firstly, they are becoming a bit long in the tooth and are not sure they can retain their places with their franchises. Where have I heard that before? Or secondly, the excitement of their performances is dying and younger international stars are attracting the sponsors. Plus, young Indian cricketers of the ability are coming to the fore, and places have to be found for them. The article goes on to say the home crowd is buying for the locals. They are growing a bit tired of the visitors whose glamour has faded. They are talking about the the guys over there in India wanting to see their local stars. They are saying and are now shouting for their own youth. What has caused this too is the undeniable fact that the West Indies stars are no longer playing international cricket. Hence, they are losing their appeal, if not for all fans, but for some discerning spectators witnessing the lacking of their attractiveness. Consequently, the West Indies star, they are well aware of this, will demand to be paid comparable salaries to the Indian Premier League. Other players. Well, let me go down as now. So it says, Sammy had better be aware of this situation, for when they do return to give off their experience, it will be for the money they could earn and not for the sake of the glory of their country or the improvement and development of its players. Because of the high financial rewards, they'd rather coach, manage, or mentor an overseas franchise team. Oh my God! I wonder who they're talking about here now. Players that stop playing IPL and they remain to manage and to coach franchise teams. Of course, I'm happy for these cricketers who can earn a worthwhile income from their game. However, the youths on the horizon in their late teens and early 20s are also trying to make their way in the sport. When the big names return to play in their declining years, it will set the local youths back a few years. Then again, it is a measure of how good they are and whether they deserve a place in their home team, which will be up to the selectors. Viewers and subscribers, this is something that I have spoken about on several occasions, talking about these players returning and wanting to walk in the team. And oftentimes, I get comments saying that I am fighting against the players, and it's because these players are making big money and the Caribbean people don't want them to make money. Why we don't want them to just walk back in the team? The article continues and it says, therefore, these former players are not to be selected just by their known quality of the past or by their great performances historically, but by their present achievement in all formats of the game. Once again, viewers, anybody with any sort of cricketing sense would know this. And whenever I talk about these things, I remember the last World Cup, the last 2 World Cups, plus other series where we see they pull up people that not playing for West Indies and put them in. And when I'm saying you cannot select these people because they were superstars in the past or because of their past glory, you hear that I am fighting against this player and these players should be selected because they have proven in the past. So if they have proven in the past, why can't they prove now that they are still capable? I am always saying this line of reasoning is flawed. Because if this was not flawed, you could easily take up people like Brian Lara, you could take up Viv Richards, you could take up Shandopal, you could take up all of these great cricketers and make them go and play for West Indies now. But there's a reason. If they are not capable of doing what they used to do back in the days, you can't have them in the team, you can't pick them. They can't just walk in the team, they have to fight for their place. You understand? So these guys that they're talking about now, I'm not saying that the likes of the likes of Hetmeyer and Narayan especially are past their best and can't make the team. And I'm not saying that. These guys are still performing to a level where they can make our team. But are they willing to play cricket for West Indies? The only time you see these people popping up is World Cup time and then they disappear. And once again, we're not knocking these guys for wanting to go and make their money. Let them go and make their money. But also, let our cricket stay as is. In the sense that the guys that are fighting for their places and playing the regional games and doing the requirements, let them play. You can't have people walking back in. But then again, I don't know if CWI will stand up to this and do what is right. Because these are the same people that say that this is what they want in a coach. This is what they want in a man to fill this job. And then they select somebody that has none of those qualifications. So we don't know. We definitely don't know. Right? We don't know at all. Let me go down some more in the article. So the article goes on and it says, therefore, these former players are not to be selected based off past performances historically, but their present achievement in all formats of the game. They go on to touch on Sammy. They say Sammy does not have a coaching certificate. He sees no problem in that. He does not see any value in having a certificate. Many coaches from my day did not have certificates, and they were fine coaches. They were former cricketers who guided youngsters from their own application of wisdom in their development of the knowledge when they played. They say the advantage of having a certificate in the present day is simply that coach would have gone through a number of classes, both practical and theoretical, that would give them the confidence of being aware that what he's doing is the right and backed by course compromising many examples of verifying cricketing subject. And I agree, my viewers and subscribers, that you're going to have people that can coach without certificate. On this platform, I like to use my personal example. Listen, when it comes on to coaching, I know for a surety that I cannot coach a team like how Darren Sammy would be able to coach a team based on his experience. Having said that, I have fundamentals of coaching. I have my fundamental certificate in coaching, and I have my level 1 in coaching. Cricket, that is. You understand? So I can understand people saying that the paperwork don't necessarily mean you're going to be good. But it just shows that, you actually understand the theoretical part of the game and not only how to play and think. So this article here from Brian Davis makes for good reading. So for those who want to see everything in the article in its entirety, you can go on the Newsday website and you can check it out. And you will be able to read that article in its entirety without me getting passionate and shouting. So we're going to leave it right there for now, my peeps. Big up on yourself, peeps.